Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we take the source material you've shared with us and extract the insights you need to instantly become well-informed.
Today, we're looking at something fundamental. We're peeling back the curtain on the daily blueprint.
Exactly. The sources you sent are, they're just fascinating. They detail two people whose routines are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
It's a perfect contrast, almost like a clean scientific comparison. On one side, you have the disciplined morning person.
And on the other, the spontaneous, self-admitted, not a morning person. And really, they represent two totally different philosophies for how to live your day.
And this goes way beyond just, what time they wake up. We're looking at efficiency, at cognitive load.
So our mission today is to analyze these 2 days chronologically from the very first sound of the alarm clock.
All the way to lights out. We want to understand how these tiny, seemingly insignificant choices add up and define everything from their stress levels to their energy.
We're basically going to walk through their entire day with them. Let's get into it.
So the difference starts, right at the first sound of the morning. For the morning person, the wake up is totally proactive.
Right. They're up early, before the sun a lot of the time.
And they do it specifically to get what they call the quiet. No traffic, no noise, just stillness.
It's not just about getting up. It's about creating this little buffer zone before the world starts making demands. They're basically front-loading solitude.
Compare that to not a morning person. Their description of the morning is, well, it's almost a fight.
Yeah, the alarm is loud. It's that beep, beep, beep. And their first thought is just resistance. Oh, no, already.
That's the sound of immediate stress, isn't it? A forced start versus an intentional one. That loud alarm just throws them right into a reactive state.
And that leads directly to the snooze button, the great enemy of an efficient morning.
Oh, yeah, the sources detail it perfectly. 5 more minutes, then 5 more minutes.
They only jump out of bed when they absolutely have to because they're already late, already playing catch-up.
And that time isn't even good sleep. It's not restorative. You're just borrowing from the next 15 minutes and guaranteeing that you'll have to rush.
But here's the one thing they have in common. The great unifier.
Coffee.
Coffee. For both of them, it's the first and most important thing. It's the catalyst for the whole day.
But the ritual around the coffee is, again, completely different. The not a morning person basically runs from the bed to the coffee machine.
Gets their coffee with a little hot milk, and what's the first thing they do?
Look at their phone immediately. News, emails, everything.
And this is where the philosophy really, really splits. Because the morning person likes their coffee strong, black, no milk, no sugar.
But the critical detail is what they do while drinking it.
They sit by the window to think. And they specifically do not look at their phone.
That decision is just huge. We call that mindful pre-paving. By delaying all that external noise, they're protecting their mental energy.
Meanwhile, the not a morning person, by checking emails, has instantly shifted into a reactive mode. The world is already setting their priorities for them.
Exactly. And that initial quiet time is what makes the next step possible.
A good breakfast. The morning person actually has time for it. Yogurt with fruit, or sometimes even eggs. They built that time in on purpose.
Whereas the not a morning person's breakfast is super fast because, well, they're late. It's just toast with butter or a banana, something very easy.
Just a quick delivery of calories because the clock is already ticking.
Okay, so moving into the getting ready phase. There is one nice moment of common ground here.
The hot shower. Both of them say it's a really good way to properly wake up, a bit of a physical reset.
But that simple harmony just evaporates when it comes to getting dressed. For the not a morning person, this is a huge daily problem.
And the nothing to wear dilemma. A closet full of clothes, but nothing feels right.
It's just wasted mental energy right at the start of the day.
And this is where the morning person reveals their secret weapon against what we call decision fatigue.
They just eliminate the choice completely. They have an easy system.
The blue, white, or gray shirts. Very simple. I grab one. Done. They say it specifically to avoid thinking in the morning.
And that is such a brilliant strategic move. Every tiny decision, what shirt to wear, what to eat, it drains your cognitive battery just a little bit.
And the morning person is guarding that energy for the big, complex stuff later in the day.
So once they're dressed, the commute begins. And again, 2 different kinds of daily friction.
The not a morning person takes the bus. The sources say it's often very crowded.
A lot of people. And they manage that overload by just putting on headphones, music, or a podcast to escape.
So they're creating a little audio bubble to fend off the chaos.
Right. And the morning person drives. which is nice. You have your own space, but they face that awful stop-and-go gridlock,
Yeah.
the bad
To
traffic,
go, stop, go. It's a different kind of frustration, isn't it?
for sure. And they cope by listening to loud music, almost like they're matching the energy of the traffic to stay alert. Both are managing anxiety, just in different ways.
And what's key for you to think about is that no matter what, the commute costs you energy. But how you prepare for it determines how much you have left when you get to the office.
And once they're at work, the day looks, on the surface, pretty similar.
Right. Both start with more coffee, of course.
Of course. And they both deal with a ton of emails, meetings, the big report.
But the difference is hidden in the approach. Because the morning person had that time for mindful pre-paving, they probably walked in already knowing their top 3 priorities for the day.
They can use that calm, initial energy on high-leverage work before the emails really start pouring in.
Whereas the not a morning person who's already rushed and reactive, they're probably diving straight into that email inbox.
Which means they're doing what we call context switching. Constantly. They're just reacting to everyone else's priorities. It feels busy, but it's often not very productive.
And the morning person even notes that they like their job, that they enjoy helping people. They're approaching it with a sense of purpose, not just obligation.
Now we get to midday. And predictably, both agree on one thing.
Lunch is the best part of the workday.
The essential refuel. But the organization versus spontaneity theme comes right back.
The morning person brings lunch from home, a salad or a sandwich. They mention it's easy and, importantly, cheap.
It's a strategic choice. It minimizes complexity, saves money, saves time.
The not a morning person, on the other hand, admits they're just not organized.
So they have to buy lunch, usually a sandwich from a cafe. It's more expensive, but they do get something valuable out of it.
They get that 10-minute walk, a real break from the office.
Yeah.
So they're prioritizing a mental break over planning or cost.
Which shows that even in a chaotic routine, there are still intentional choices. They're just focused on, immediate relief rather than long-term efficiency.
Then comes the moment we all know, the 3 p.m. slump.
The inevitable crash. Both routines confirm they get incredibly sleepy right around 3 o'clock.
And the recovery strategies are, again, polar opposites. The morning person goes for sustained natural energy, a small, healthy snack like an apple.
Right? Complex carbs for a steady release. The not a morning person, though, fights the slump with a chemical intervention.
More coffee. Or green tea. Or, my personal favorite, a cookie.
They're looking for that instant sugar spike to just drag them across the finish line, but that often guarantees another crash later in the evening.
So by 5 o'clock, the workday's over, and it's time to go home. It's a mirror image of the morning commute. The driver's in bad traffic again.
And the bus rider is just exhausted now, staring out the window. But there is that shared feeling of relief.
Yeah, both of them are just happy they're finally going home.
The second they walk through the door, though, we get this wonderful contrast between the dog owner and the cat owner.
Oh, this is great. The morning person has a dog, Max. They
Yeah.
put their keys down, and Max is just pure joy. Jumping, barking, total excitement.
Dogs give you that instant positive emotional feedback.
And then there's the not a morning person who has Bella the cat. They say hello, and Bella just gives them a look and a single, yeah.
Which the owner translates as, hello, now give me food.
It's the perfect summary, isn't it? The dog offers support. The cat demands service.
The sources confirm the universal truth. The cat is the boss.
Okay, but hang on. We have to stop here because there's this incredible detail later in the source material. Bella, the cat.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Bella, the spontaneous person's cat, is later found sleeping on the morning person, on their big red sofa. What does that animal betrayal tell us?
It's a beautiful little paradox. The data suggests that even the spontaneous cat secretly wants the stability and calm energy of the organized routine. Even our pets are drawn to low-stress environments.
Fantastic. Okay, so after the pet greetings, they both do the same crucial thing.
Change clothes immediately. Out of the work clothes, the blue shirt, and into something comfortable. It's a physical cue that the workday is officially over.
Now, dinner. And this is where we see the real cost of their different daily routines.
Yes, the morning person actually likes cooking. Soup or pasta. They find it very relaxing. They cut vegetables, listen to music. It's a mindful decompression activity.
For the not a morning person, cooking is, and this is direct quote, stressful. The failures they list are just amazing.
Burning the chicken, burning the rice.
And on one occasion, burning the water. They just forgot it on the stove and it all boiled away.
That image, burning the water, It's the perfect metaphor for cognitive overload. Their brain has been rushing and reacting and fighting decisions all day.
By the time they get to the kitchen, the battery is at zero. Even simple tasks are impossible.
So the solution is to minimize effort. Simple things like pasta with tomato sauce or eggs again.
Or just outsource it completely and order food. They mention a love for pepperoni pizza. They have no capacity left for complexity.
So after dinner, around 7 p.m., we see the final consequences of these two lifestyles. The organized morning person cleans the kitchen first.
Another act of pre-paving for the next day, making the morning easier.
Then they sit on that big red sofa where Bella the trader's cat joins them. They read books and they have to walk Max the dog. They find the walk nice, quiet, a chance to look at the stars.
It's all about low stimulus decompression. Simple connection.
The not a morning person, though, has been fighting stress all day. So they turn to high stimulus entertainment. Watching TV, specifically funny movies. They say they need to laugh after a long day.
They're seeking an immediate distraction, an emotional release valve.
And this all leads to the most critical difference of the entire day, the bedtime gap. This is what perpetuates the whole cycle.
The morning person is the early sleeper. They stick to a schedule, in bed by 10 p.m.
The routine is fast and simple. Brush teeth, pajamas, read for 10 minutes, sleep. They're maximizing their restorative rest.
The not a morning person, no surprise, pushes it. They go to bed late, 11:30 midnight.
They watch one more movie, scroll on the internet, just keep delaying sleep.
And this late bedtime guarantees they accumulate what we call sleep debt. They start the next day already at a biological disadvantage.
The source material nails this perfectly. It notes the direct consequence. They're tired in the morning. And the not a morning person calls it, very accurately, a big circle.
It's the ultimate proof. The spontaneous routine creates its own stress. Every choice, from the snooze button to the midnight scrolling, is just borrowing energy from tomorrow.
Whereas the organized routine is designed to build energy and time into the schedule. It ensures that their best mental energy is saved for high-level thinking, not for fighting traffic or trying not to burn water.
Wow, what a complete journey. We've gone from the alarm clock all the way to pajamas and seen two totally different strategies for managing modern life just laid bare in this material.
And the value here for you, the listener, is in seeing this systemic thinking. The goal isn't to judge, the pizza or the snooze button. It's to see how things like the blue shirt system or the intentional black coffee are actually organizational strategies.
They reduce friction, they save your cognitive load.
Exactly. So you can direct that energy somewhere more important.
Routine isn't boring. It's the framework we use to allocate our most precious resource, our energy. Thank you so much for sharing these sources and letting us take this deep dive.
So as we finish up, maybe think about the core question this material is asking. Are you a natural morning person who thrives on that early organization? Or are you an evening person who's always pushing bedtime and suffering from that chronic sleep debt?
And more importantly, looking at these ideas we've talked about, like protecting yourself from decision fatigue or doing some mindful pre-paving, what's one small, organized detail you could maybe steal from the other routine to improve your own daily flow and maybe, just maybe, finally break that big circle of tiredness?